What's going on, everybody? This is UODuckBros back for a college basketball analysis. Um, right before tip-off here in about an hour and a half or so, we've got the San Francisco Dons coming to play. Don't know much about them. 3-2 so far. I do know that much. I do know that they played a game against the Montana Grizzlies, and that was a close one. I think they won by a point. So I don't really know much about how good they really are. I don't expect them to give Oregon much problem as far as them doing any one thing better than us, because they rank really low in just about every category nationally as far as rebounds per game, points per game, all of that kind of stuff. They're in the, I think they rank 121st in most of those categories. So Oregon should have a pretty easy time getting up and down the floor, should have a pretty easy time getting good looks and getting good perimeter shots, because they don't defend the three very well. I look for Moser and Young. I think Damian Dotson's going to get going in this game. I think this would be a good game for him to have a coming out and just starting to play his game after the way he played last year. I think this would be a good one for him to start getting his feet under him, so to speak, and to start having a breakout game. I think for the most part, Oregon, being at home, I think should play pretty well. I think they'll run any chance that they get in this game. I think they're going to show their athleticism superiority. They've got the size down low for once, which is nice. I think their tallest player on the Dons was 6'9", so Waverly Austin should have an easy time, getting some post position. He usually, because he's really tall and thin, gets pushed out a lot by those bigger, bulkier centers and forwards. But I think he should have an easier time getting up and down the floor, getting some position, getting some buckets down low. Overall, I think this game's going to be, pretty relatively normal as far as what we expect from an Oregon team. Just come out there and play opportunistic basketball. I do think, because San Francisco does get a lot of assists and they pass the ball and move the ball well, I think Oregon will have to play the passing lanes pretty well. I don't think that it's going to be too difficult, though. I think Oregon going into this game, just from guards to center, I think in every category is just better than they are. So not really too worried about this game whatsoever, although it's just one of those games where when you're playing teams like this, it's easy to play down to their level sometimes. So I think for Oregon, the only challenge really is mentally not to allow themselves to get to that point where they're just kind of playing around with a team like that. I think they just need to come out and assert their dominance and just continue playing the type of basketball that they've been playing, and I think we'll be okay. There's not a ton to say about this video, because there's not really anything that sticks out to me that I really need to expound on too much. I think going into this game, we've done a pretty good job across the board of not committing too many turnovers, although Jonathan Lloyd at times can get a little bit out of control, just because he plays so fast and he's way ahead of everybody else a lot of the times as far as what he wants to do with the basketball. But Oregon, I think where Oregon excels the most, I think, is really just getting to the foul line. So I think really for Oregon, I think it's really important that they continue just to be aggressive. I think that's going to be the game plan going forward, really, is just be aggressive and don't settle for outside shots. Continue to try and take it to the rack and get fouls and get buckets that way. Get a lot of hustle points. So it should be exciting. It'll be another challenge from the West Coast Conference. Teams that, in the past have been, pretty decent. I don't expect the Dons to be anything spectacular, though, so just look for Oregon to do what they do best, and Ducks get another win. So it's probably not going to be the most exciting video, but it is a video that needed to be made. And I think for any Oregon fan that's looking forward to basketball, it should be a fun one to watch. just because I think Oregon's going to get a lot of fast break opportunities and things like that, which are always exciting. So enjoy the game. Um, I don't know. I think this will be, if I had to guess as far as points go, I think we should win by, I say 20 points. I think that's a safe bet. So um, hopefully I'm right. If not, if we blow them out by more, that's cool. If we don't blow them out by that much and then we win, I don't care. I'm okay with that too. So anywho, this has been UODuckBros for college basketball. So thank you very much for watching, and as always, go Ducks.